Hey, are you thinking about putting the house on the market and you're wondering, should I make these repairs? Should I do any updates, or should I just sell it as is? I'm going to answer that for you in just a minute. Stay tuned. All right, this is another very common question that we get. In today's market, should I be making all these repairs, or should I just go ahead and list the house and sell it as is? Listen, if you've been around for the last couple years and experienced this crazy market that we've been in, I'll be honest with you, we've been telling our sellers, you don't have to do anything. Just make sure it's cleaned up. The buyers are so forgiving now. They don't care if the carpet's trashed and it needs paint and the counters need replacing. They just don't have a lot of choice. They're desperate. It was such a hot seller's market. Well, let me tell you, those days are gone. This market has shifted from a major seller's market down to being an okay seller's market. It's more of a balanced market. When that happens, buyers become more picky, or pickier, however you want to take a look at it. But yes, they become a little more sensitive to the things that are around the house. So a lot of the houses that we have in the Cherokee area and even Cobb County area, they're 20 plus years old, and a lot of them haven't been updated to what buyers would typically want to see. So my question, or my answer to most of our sellers, is yes, we're going to want to go ahead and do some repairs or some updates to beautify the home and appeal to a larger group of buyers. Now, what kind of repairs are we talking about? First thing you need to understand that most buyers, when they walk through the home, they'll kind of analyze, they'll start comparing your house to another house, and let's say it needs new carpet, and carpeting's probably going to be $6,000, $7,000 to replace. In their mind, they'll triple that number and all of a sudden think that it's a $20,000 repair and want to discount their price offer to you by about $20,000. They usually triple it. This is kind of a rule of thumb that we go by, and that's typically what they end up doing. Same thing with paint, same thing with appliances, you name it, that's kind of what a typical buyer does. And it also puts a little bit of doubt in their mind of what other things are needed in this house that I can't see, right? So we try and eliminate as many of those issues that we possibly can when we consult with our sellers and we actually work with sellers. The easy things, the most bang for your buck that we're seeing right now in the market is paint and carpet. That's been true for years and years and years in real estate. It's probably the least expensive things to do, the easiest things to do, and you're going to get more of a return on those items than anything else. Once again, you may not get a $1-for-$1 return. Everything's a little bit different. However, you're going to appeal to a much larger buyer's pool. If you sell it as is, your buyer pool is about that big. When you do upgrades, now all of a sudden your buyer pool is this big, and you got more competition, you got more buyers that are actually going to be competing against your home, and you're going to have a lot more options. So that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to beautify your home that's going to appeal to more buyers. Some of the other typical things that we like to talk about with our sellers of updating: kitchens, baths, right? Get new countertops, maybe replace some of the cabinets. That would be kind of extreme. New plumbing fixtures, new light fixtures, updating the house to what is currently appealing in today's market. An agent, a really good agent, will be able to help you determine exactly what repairs are needed or what upgrades are going to be needed in your home, because every market's a little bit different. Every subdivision is even a little bit different. So make sure you're working with your agent on determining exactly what repairs that you're going to want to do. The other thing that a lot of people overlook are the systems in your house. That'd be your roof, your plumbing, your HVAC, your furnace and air conditioning units. Those are the big ones. So if you have an aging home where you've got a 20-year-old HVAC system, maybe a 20-year-old roof even, and all your plumbing fixtures and light fixtures are about that age, you may want to consider doing some updates or getting those replaced. Most buyers will come in with a home inspection, and during that home inspection, an inspector may say, hey, listen, the furnace is working great, it's fine. However, it's 20 years old and it is at the end of its life. This thing could go kaputs any day now. And you don't want to have that situation, because your buyer now is going to be freaking out that they got to buy a new furnace next week, and how are they going to afford it, and let's discount the offer, or they'll ask you to replace it. And once again, when they ask you to replace it, they're going to ask for a lot more money than it probably would have replaced or cost you to replace it prior to you listing. So those are all things that we kind of work through when we actually list a house. and be more than happy to consult make sure you consult with your agent on exactly what things are going to have the biggest bang and the most benefit when you list your house. Hopefully that was helpful and answered a lot of your questions on, do I make repairs in today's market, or do I just sell it as is? If you have any additional questions, reach out to us. We're always here, love to help. And make sure you subscribe and like the video if you like it. And hope everybody's having a good day. Thanks.